Okay, folks, welcome to another episode of the Del Rivers Show.
You're Mark Elliott, right?
I'm Mark Elliott, your host, and we're back once again with the living legend, the foremost proponent of the blame game.
Oh, yes.
The Gordian knot of unredoubtable wit.
Yes.
The Anaximander fragment of comedy. Google it, folks. Del Rivers.
I should put a subtitle on that one.
Oh, God. So we're here for our 10th episode of the Del Rivers Show. We are going to just keep doing this. We're very thankful. We have some good viewership. Apparently our cult following in Japan maybe slightly less than I had imagined. Del saying our Nielsen ratings have been dropping precipitously, but don't lose faith.
Yeah,
they'll
come back right back up.
There's things are in the works.
Yep, to make it worth it.
We were just going over some things a couple minutes ago, and Del started coming up with all sorts of weird stuff that was really making me laugh. I asked him about his beef for this week. And the standard beef was the dog.
Yeah, like the dog story. You know, the dog is a fighter, so it's like chomping on everyone. You know, scratch marks.
Parents got the little puppy dog. The dog's apparently abusing Del nonstop.
Oh my gosh.
And then you did mention last week a beef. This popped up a name of Steve West, an old roommate who owes you some money.
Yeah, this is like back in the late 80s or something. He was
guy
a
owes Del money, yeah.
I shouldn't use his name, but I'm going to use his name because...
Owes you money?
West, he owes me money. There is a Steve West who's a musician who's not the same guy. It's a different guy, in case if anyone, talks to him.
The innocent know who you are.
Yeah, he owes me $400.
Yeah, that's compounded with interest and penalty.
Yeah, might be a millionaire by now.
So there was a beef... Del also made some interesting commentary earlier that he could do 25 to life for the number of mattress tags he's removed in his life.
I can't stand tags. Every time I see a piece of furniture with a tag on it, I just want to tear it right off. And usually I do.
Another beef this week with Del was talking about food and his bad eating habits and his big gut, which he can't lose because of his bad eating habits. So I asked him if he still ate a lot of fast food the other week. He said, yeah, I go to McDonald's, but I make healthier choices. I said, well, like what? He said, like the apple pie. Yeah, that was, So I really started asking him questions like, okay, what do you eat for breakfast? And surprisingly, he said he's on a non-gluten cereal.
Right. Cereal.
He said they're awesome and some kind of cinnamon checks.
Yeah.
Cinnamon checks. He said it has so much cinnamon, it's like eating red hot balls. Those were his words. His words, not mine, folks.
Well,
it burns your tongue right off.
Ones, not the.
Yeah. So non-gluten red hot balls for
cereal.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
So, and what do you have for lunch? Some fast food. Right?
I don't eat. Well, once in a while I do, but I eat mostly the healthy choice kind of dinners and stuff like that.
Well, what about lunch? What do you do with lunch?
Well, yeah, that's what I have for lunch at work. Yeah, I just throw in the microwave and yeah.
Oh, I see.
So what's really good out of those is like the Jamaican one. You ever have that? It says Jamaican with jerk-off sauce or jerk sauce or something.
I don't eat healthy choices. So we talked a little bit about that, and you had some other beefs going on, and he sort of he veered into once again complaining about his hair, which is his frequent cause. You never complain about it when it's really long and sloppy, but any other time.
Right now it's in between.
His latest complaint. He had me laughing till I was hacking earlier. Once again with what I like to call his tubercular humor.
Right.
He had me going. He said he looked like Madge Bortnick, man-hating lesbian. I didn't see it coming. And I did recall that years ago he came up with a character called Madge Bortnick, the man-hating lesbian. And he never did it because he was afraid of being beaten up by lesbians.
Right.
Yeah, he was afraid of causing offense.
Yeah.
Getting beaten up by lesbians, which would be most embarrassing.
But the thing about Madge Bortnick, though, she was conflicted. I mean, she hates man-hating. I mean, she's a man-hater, but...
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Madge Bortnick, the conflicted lesbian.
Right. That adds a little bit more humor to the character.
Oh. And he really didn't want to do it. It was very funny. I thought he had a whole bit. It was funny. He never wanted to do it for fear of being beaten up by lesbians. And yeah, and a viable fear, I think, as well. Yeah, so he really had me laughing about that. I had remembered him talking about this Madge Bortnick character years ago. And then he did say, in all honesty, he goes, have you ever eaten at a lesbian restaurant? Because they're great. And he said, no, really? Yeah, and he was very complimentary. He said, seriously, eat at a lesbian restaurant, you won't be disappointed. The food's great.
Right.
Who knew? Who knew? Okay. I won't get into it. I can't. I don't want to. I'm afraid of any kind of lesbian commentary that may be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, probably should leave it at
I
that.
do not. I'm very pro vagina. I do not. I don't want to be digging myself a deep hole here.
Okay.
So we're going to move on. But after that, Del was making a lot of bizarre comments. It's like, what if she happened to be an Amish lesbian? He was trying to plumb the comedic depths of this scenario.
Then you put on top of it the chances of them seeing what we talked about.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, I don't know,
and then,
pretty slim, but.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in fear of his life from a gaggle of angry lesbians. A gaggle of conflicted, angry, man-hating lesbians. Yeah, that was it. And then he thought, wouldn't it be great if Milton Bradley came up with a game called Gay Basher? Milton Bradley's Gay Basher. You know, it's about as sharp as Del's humor gets. You know.
Oh boy, it's one of those embarrassing comedic things you think of.
Yeah, and then he went on to catch me off guard again, saying about some bit that he had with an invention called mucus minus. You shoot it up your nose and it gets rid of mucus. I thought
it was like a prop comedy. It had like the mucus thing on the end. It was a gun on the other end.
Every once in a while, I believe that an ad agency somewhere, someone is scratching his head as Del is coming up with stuff like mucus minus.
That's such a catchy name.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah.
I used it for one of the frontal lobe and dumpling things.
Yeah. Is there something you wanted to plug, by the way, before we take a commercial break?
Yeah, I'm in a movie right now called The Norm Karsh Profile, and it's available on YouTube of all places. And there was a question from the director. Can I ask the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
The director, his name is Frank Stam. And he asked a bunch of questions, but we only have time to do one right now. It says, do you think it's possible that the key to an extended lifespan might have something to do with cell tower waves or cell tower radiation? And oddly enough, ever since I got the suffering from the cell phone tower stuff,
right. We mentioned that previously on the show.
My head, I hear head.
Del has an incredible sensitivity to Wi-Fi signals, and cell phone signals, and stuff like that. And even though I make fun of him sometimes, I do believe him 100%.
Yeah, well, because you have the bat.
That's right.
In the attic, and I can hear where it's coming from. Yeah. Really. But anyway, ever since I had the cell phone tower problems or whatever, or wherever it's come from, Wi-Fi, I haven't had so much as a cold. I've never been sick. That's the upside.
Trade-off, maybe. Upside?
Yeah, the upside.
Really?
Never caught a cold in the last 4 years.
So you think maybe it doesn't have anything to do with your better diet of apple pies and healthy choices?
It could have something to do with that, maybe.
Your non-gluten cereals?
Yeah, or the vitamins or something.
You still on the vitamins? What kind of vitamins do you take?
I just take vitamin B12s and stuff like that.
B12s and multivitamins?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Not
a lot. I just take a half dose.
Any far out new agey remedies, homeopathic remedies?
No, nothing like that.
No,
haven't come up with anything like that.
No bizarre treatments or poultices of any kind?
The poltergeist. I keep thinking this thing's going to come from the ceiling or something.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break now, and stick with us. We'll be back with more from the Del Rivers Show.
Yes.
The Del Rivers Show, brought to you by Il Duce brand Imperial Laxatives. Make your trains run on time with Il Duce.
Okay, folks, we're back. Del Rivers. we just talking about? Del was asking me if I had any beefs, if anything happened
Yeah,
this
anything
week.
happened during the week or anything going on?
I'm really scratching my head, other than being pissed at the internet company for constantly raising the rates. It's like, no, my life is really so dull. I said that the only thing I did was I rented an apartment to a girl with nice tits.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. He misunderstood me, and he thought it was a movie called The Apartment with the Girl with Nice Tits. Like
a Jack Lemmon movie or something?
Yeah, like some porno film. Yeah. He goes, oh, what was that? I thought it was hilarious. So we had a little laugh about that, and now we will move on to this portion of the show, which I've now taken to calling Double Barrel Del. So Del has some funnies which he's going to read this week, and last week I kind of didn't give him his freedom. I kind of read his jokes. And, I red penned them.
You did pretty good.
But it's your stuff, so
yeah,
let it rip.
So you get the funniest stuff out, and it's better than putting on a bunch of crap or whatever.
All right.
But anyway, I've been following the Olympics lately, and here's the scores so far with the gold medals. And it's Michael Phelps, 192 gold medals. Usain Bolt, he beat him, 265 gold medals. Do you believe it? And lastly, unfortunately, well, for them it's all right. Luxembourg, 5 gold chocolate medals. That's all they ended up with.
I have no idea why, but it really made me laugh earlier.
I thought it was pretty funny.
You're really into these jokes with just the really high numbers.
High numbers, yeah. Just like Robert De Niro, 5,000
Del is
movies.
very amused by high digits. Okay, what do we got?
What else we got for the double dose? Let's see.
Barrel Del.
Yeah, here's some more news items during the week. I can get the stuff during the week. It's pretty cool.
All right, what happened in the news this week?
All right, well, speaking of the Olympics, Bob Costas made an off-color remark at the Olympics saying how Gabby Douglas, was that her name? I think Gabby Douglas' performance will influence African-American girls. It's like, come on, what about the rest of the girls? While later saying how his own career influences little Greek boys. Costas, I assume that's a Greek last name.
Cheap shot at Bob Costas, why not?
Yeah, sorry, Bob. Pauly D of Jersey Shore is also one of the highest paid DJs, while the rest of the cast is still trying to grasp the concept of a record needle and its use on vinyl records. No, Snooki, it's not 78 RPMs.
Okay, a little outdated vinyl joke.
Yeah, Jersey Shore, stupid burn, joke there. Film director Alfred Hitchcock had a creepy infatuation with Tippi Hedren and other actresses.
That's right.
Well, last I heard, he was a horror director who couldn't get sex unless he lived long enough to be on The Biggest Loser as a contestant.
Alfred Hitchcock on The Biggest Loser?
Yeah, maybe he would stand a chance if he was on The Biggest Loser.
Can you do an Alfred Hitchcock imitation?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay, all right.
I have to stand sideways for that one. I don't have a neck, so it's hard for me to turn. A protesting nun, age 82, this is a true story, was arrested for breaking into a uranium-grade weapons facility. And her platonic friend, age 100, had to carry the uranium in his dentures jar. I guess the guard noticed, he caught him when he noticed how white his teeth seemed.
That's pretty good.
That's all right. Rap R&B singer Snoop Dogg, just like Prince, he now calls himself a different name. He calls himself Snoop Lion. Just call yourself Snoopy and call it a day, Snoop Dogg, please.
I thought maybe it was related to that Macintosh software, the Lion.
Is that why he calls himself?
I don't know. Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe that's a new software.
Promotional
It's going to go into the software business. Snoop Lion, new Mac software, Mac Rap software.
There was also a giant multi-state yard sale that was 690 miles long. It's a true story.
Really?
But no one had enough gas money left to shop the entire length. Boy, what a deal on salt and pepper shakers, I'll tell you that much, though. Stevie Wonder is getting a divorce. He said after 11 years, I just got sick of feeling the same old face.
Little Johnny Carson.
Another Loch Ness Monster photo has surfaced. Man, that photo's got to be the size of a freaking football field. I hope it gives Kodak back some of its profits. Lastly, this is the last one.
Right.
A replica of Noah's Ark has been completed, but it was a tourist disappointment since all the animals were made of dollar store plastic figures and there was no water or lights in the place, so you couldn't see anything. Next will be a Tower of Babel reconstruction. Maybe it will have translators at least.
Oh, for the babbling?
Yeah, so they can understand what's going on.
All right. The babbling translators.
Do we have time to do one more?
We have, I think that's only one barrel of Del.
Yeah, it's the second barrel. Second shot.
Second barrel.
This is from one of my old comedy routines. I used to read this on stage. Of course, nobody was there, and they would laugh if there was people there to read it or hear it.
Did you read it to empty chairs?
Just say the ratings were less on my comedy shows than they were on this TV show.
Back into the sub-integers again.
Yeah, talking about numbers. Talking about numbers again.
When you describe doing your comedy, I get this image of you standing at a microphone with some old man mopping up.
Yeah. It reminds me of the end of the Carol Burnett show where she's like mopping up or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That too. Anyway, this is my list of stuff that mankind could do without. We just don't need these things. They drive us nuts. Alarm clocks. Alarm clocks. I just want to stay in bed and get up when I feel like it. Who needs an alarm clock? Mirrors. I don't like being judged for my looks. Do I have to make it worse by looking at myself too?
And seeing Madge Bortnick, man-hating lesbian,
with the short hair. All right. This is one for a lot of people. Incoming phone calls. Life should be like show business. Don't call us, we'll call you.
Doesn't like incoming phone calls.
This is the fourth one.
Yeah, I gotta interject here. One thing that cracks me up is whenever Del calls me back on my phone, I don't get a phone number. It just says restricted.
Restricted.
It's like he's calling from the bowels of the Pentagon.
You may never know that. You don't know where I live. Here's some more things that mankind can do without. Moving cords or Christmas light ornaments. Telephone cords.
I don't like Christmas light ornaments.
Always get tangled up.
Drive me nuts.
They always get tangled up, no matter what.
Those tangled Christmas light ornaments.
Oh, I'm pissed. Then we got boxing tape or saran wrap, plastic wrap. It never cuts right. It always gets bunched up. It always gets it's like the tape is my sworn mortal enemy, I swear.
You can see where the piss guy
doesn't tear right. Yeah, that's where the piss guy comes out. Let's see. We talked about tags that can't be removed. That was like
tags that can't be removed, right?
Why bother? I mean, I can see the price on it or what it's made of. Lastly, T-shirts or sweaters. This is for you fat guys out there that pop up in the rear and stretch open around the neck. They don't make T-shirts like they used to. It always get this big neck ring like this, and then it pops up in the back because it's not long enough.
Yeah, but that's probably related to being overweight more than the T-shirt itself. You need a bigger T-shirt, right?
Yeah, I need probably a bigger T-shirt.
What are you wearing now, a medium?
But when you get a bigger T-shirt, they're wide. They're not long, they're wide.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I know what you mean. Okay, I know what you mean. There's a beef, the too short T-shirt.
192 gold medals.
Back to the gold medals.
I'm pushing that one, I don't know. Michael Phelps has got so much gold right now. He can
it
start Fort Knox.
One thing I was thinking about. It's funny how much adulation you get for being able to swim fast, which is a skill. It's not a practical skill at all. I mean, can you imagine?
Well, it is.
If you're a fast swimmer and you go and you want a job at IBM or something, and say, well, what can you do? It's like, well, I can swim really fast.
Right. You can't.
It's like, all right, we'll give you $100,000 a year. Come over here and swim really fast, and people will take their lunch and watch you swim really fast. No, it's just.
But he does get to promote.
It's just for the moment. Yeah. Well, yeah, he does.
Nike and stuff like that.
Yeah. What about who won the bronze? Nobody knows that.
I know.
That's like the third fastest swimmer in the universe. It's like hit the road, pal.
We got Lochte. At least he's from Rochester, or was it Bristol?
It's kind of silly though. It's wow, I can swim really fast. Big fucking deal. Can you do a brake job? Can you
make jokes like we do?
Can you unclog a toilet? You have plumbing skills. It's not a skill. I can swim. I can run really fast. It's a skill if someone's chasing you.
Well, if you're gonna bring that argument into it, you might talk about golfers too. It's like they get so much money from Tiger Woods.
It's a skill if you can make it work. Otherwise, it's probably a burden.
His luck with women wasn't so good.
Oh man. On the side note, did I ever tell you I always wanted to go to Parts Unknown?
Parts Unknown.
Yeah. You can't get a round trip ticket to Parts Unknown. It's one way only. No planes ever come back from Parts Unknown. Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Imagine trying to make a reservation. JFK to Parts Unknown, please.
I noticed the guys next door are still sawing or making the construction on this new set.
Yeah,
is that what
they're building some sets next door.
At our station.
The next studio here at Henbane Productions at WZZT. Rochester, New York, yes.
Even without the money that we're supposed to get from the Japanese, Henbane Productions is going to be on top of the world.
We had some foreign investment potential fall through.
Temporarily.
Temporarily. Yeah. So, we're hoping for some new investors to come in, and we do have things in the works right now, and we hope you stay tuned continuously. This is our 10th episode. Our 12th anniversary episode is coming up. That's going to be our anniversary episode.
The best of.
So stay tuned for the best of the Del Rivers show. Whatever that is.
Whatever that might be.
Yeah. And we know we got our diehard fans out there, so this is for you guys. Anything else you want to add?
I'm all set here. I don't know what you got.
We're done.
Anything else? Yeah.
We're gassed out.
Yep. I've used everything I had.
That's it for this week, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.